Whip your dicks out, everyone. It's podcast time.
Magnum.
Yeah, I'm tasty.
Chris.
Sorry, Chris.
Danielle.
You dumb.
Jason.
Well, I mean, that's debatable.
Kyle.
6'3", 220 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal.
Nick.
Penis.
Tyler.
Shout out to you.
Vicky.
Latecomers Podcast.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Latecomers Podcast. Tonight, your contestants will be Gaff, Jason, and Lewis, the Spartan Sloth.
Yeah. Hello. So, how are you guys doing?
Jesus,
Good,
this is
good.
how we're starting it.
Nice weather.
So,
I
how
think
about
this is
that
an
local
intro,
sports
like
team?
Well, they did okay, but I'm sure our boys will get them next time. But no, you did mention weather, so I've got to say this. We were near stage 4 drought warnings near where I live, and it rained the last 2 days, so now we're not going under water martial law.
Oh,
Does that mean you guys are going to start living in Rapture?
No,
Can you send me a plasmid, please?
like the opposite of Rapture. There was no
Well-
water.
Oh,
Like if Rapture was in the middle of Death Valley.
yeah, but you didn't answer my question. How about my plasmid?
No,
Shit.
they're mine. All mine.
I'll take an electrobolt, thanks.
Man, I'm settling for, I don't know, a gin tonic, a vigor. But
Just take what you can get.
whatever.
Electrobolt has always been like my favorite one. I mean, it's simple, but it's nice and practical. And same with in Infinite, I liked Shock Jockey the most.
Just because you like to shoot them with that and then run up and beat the shit out of them.
Well, I mean, you know.
I'm playing Infinite again because I'm trying to get those 1999 mode achievements, and I have just reached the siren. Man, fuck that ghost.
That's.
Wow.
I'm doing
awful.
I'm doing a 1999 mode playthrough too, and that's where I am too. I'm at the siren part. Oh my god, it's the worst.
I'm looking for guides everywhere around the web, and now I'm in that stage 3 where you need to, oh, spoiler alert, where you need to fight the siren in front of Comstock House, and I haven't reached that battle yet, but I'm not really excited for that.
See, that's not the part that would have me worried. The very end when you're on these spoiler alert airships fighting other airships, that's the part that I would be worried about.
Well, yeah, but I've watched some stuff, and they make it seem, I wouldn't say easy, but rather logical or something, the whole battle. So I'm kind of cool with that, because you just need to protect the generator with Return to Sender and snipe those guys and use a songbird wisely. But, wow, the sirens just no.
That's my problem. I don't defend things well. I could stay alive through the whole fight, but then I'll lose the generator like 6 times.
Yeah, I haven't really ever used Return to Sender very much, so I mean, I just haven't gotten used to using it. Suppose you just put like the little like trap thing in front of it to absorb the shots.
The first thing that came to my mind when I got that vigor for the first time was that there's a mission in Fallout New Vegas called Return to Sender, and it is such a annoying mission because you need to go everywhere on the map and then back and forth.
You can fast travel, you know that, right?
Well, yeah, but still, you need to find some places that are complicated, or sometimes I wouldn't have a close location, so I would have to walk a lot.
The ranger stations weren't that bad. There's only like 8 of them.
Yeah, when I was doing that one, I mean, I had a lot of locations that were fairly close to them anyway, so even if I couldn't fast travel directly to them, I was close.
It's also an Elvis song, if you didn't know where they got the name for that mission from.
Oh no, yeah, I know that. I actually checked the Fallout wiki after playing Fallout 3 and New Vegas to check some of the references I didn't get for the first time, and I've actually gotten some experiences from that. For example, I watched the Silent Green movie.
It's made of people.
Oh yeah, by the way, spoiler alert.
Is that a spoiler alert anymore? It's
Well,
people.
that depends. Speaking of people, yesterday actually it started on Friday, we had a little celebration for the 1,000 and something members on Tiny Chat. That was pretty fun, and it went like, I don't know, almost 12 hours or maybe more. I know that it went a long, long time.
It was going for, well, I guess technically, since at least one person was in the chat keeping it going, even if no one else was really there, it was going for over 24 hours. It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, because later on Saturday, TJ, Matt, and myself decided to restart the party. I mean, TJ and Matt were there first, and then I got back, and a few other people showed up, including people who didn't went on the first time. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was nice to see a couple new faces here and there.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
And yes, Tyler, the admins harassed everyone.
we kind of had a little bit of fun on the second night. A couple of us admins went in naming ourselves like no, yes, maybe, perhaps, things like that, and we wouldn't reveal who we were.
Who was Dr. No? Gaff?
No. I had no part
Okay.
in that.
Because there was someone named No, and that was annoying.
I'm not
Because-
sure if we should reveal who No was, because
It was
they
totally
never revealed who
Shut
they
up,
were.
Kyle.
So I'm not sure if we should keep the mystery going or reveal it ourselves.
Well, you know what? You guys can take your mystery and just... never mind, keep it to yourselves.
Well, I mean, the person who was yes revealed themselves later on.
Yeah, I was yes, by the way. Just putting it out there.
It's because I wasn't there. I just stayed for a little while, but I had some other stuff to do Saturday night. And, well, it wasn't just Saturday night. I think, no, it was before that or something. Because I spent the whole day pretty much working on some college papers. And then I decided to pop in there, but I didn't stay for long. So I didn't see you guys.
Yeah, you missed some good fun with that.
Or did I? I mean,
yeah, you missed some good stuff. I missed a lot of stuff. I was
the
only
party
there for about 4
never
minutes.
starts until the sloth is in the house.
That's just what we tell you. It doesn't hurt your feelings.
I like how when I came back to Tiny Chat on Friday, Lewis was in there, and the first thing I hear is him talking about sloths, like fun facts.
Me?
You have like
You?
a daily
Oh,
calendar
right.
with a sloth fact for every day.
Can we hear some sloth fun facts?
It was just a single one that I read somewhere that sloths sometimes get hurt or kill themselves by falling off trees because they grab their arms and think they are tree branches.
It's awesome.
It's not awesome, it's sad.
No, that's awesome. There's somewhere in there there's a good YouTube video of that out there somewhere, I'm sure.
Oh,
Just like sloths in a zoo falling down. Just a little compilation of that would be nice.
Yeah, that was creepy, Kyle.
How is that creepy?
You know, filming sloths falling.
People film stuff at the zoo. That's where you get all those nice ones, like the tiger that jumps the fence and eats a kid.
Oh, I thought you were going
Whoa.
to mention, like, animals banging.
What's wrong with you? It's you and sheep and peanut butter and animals.
meh.
Meh. The goat noises brings all the girls to the yard.
Sort of a circus act kind of way.
Fucking got me.
I've never heard of fucking got me. Like Jason
Yeah.
or Gaff should have stepped up for you right there.
I think that was the first time I heard it used that way.
Yeah, it happens every once in a while. Like,
Just around you, because that means you're just the only one that does it.
Well, I'm the only one who says it, but no. It's kind of hard because sometimes it happens on in real life, and I have to hold the urge to scream "fucking got him" or "fucking got her" or "fucking got him"
What is
because
this?
people. What?
Is this not real life?
Nah. Well, yes.
Are you playing like Grand Theft Auto 5 and it's just so good? I'm a made-up character and I didn't even know it.
You have a point, Kyle. I'm sorry
The game
because
is so good that you can record a podcast within the game.
That's good.
yeah, I mean, outside of the internet, let's just put it that way. And no, Tyler said that that's what we're all doing right now. No, I'm not playing
Or-
GTA 5.
Maybe we are,
That's what.
and we just
Yeah.
don't know it.
Jason, don't ruin
We are
the
GTA 5.
illusion. People are gonna find out.
Oh shit! No, we are. Did you? There's a. It's Gritty
so,
Reboots. Gritty
uh,
Reboots did a GTA thing, and it was pretty good. So link that, Tyler. Everyone needs to go watch the Gritty Reboots GTA video.
What's that?
You don't know what Gritty Reboots is?
No.
Can't say I've ever heard of it.
Okay, they just make YouTube videos, and they take things that sometimes, like the best one was a bunch of the old PBS people, and they made it into an A-Team spoof. So they'll take something that's really kind and simple, and then they over-the-top kind of super dramatic it.
Such as?
Like the A-Team one was the best. You have to actually watch the videos to really understand what's going on. So you could just link their whole library. Most of them are pretty good. It's kind of like the RoosterTeeth's Angry Birds video, except with lots of things. It's not just that one video. I'm surprised y'all haven't seen those before.
Well, I'm surprised people haven't seen a lot of stuff on YouTube. For example, do you guys know about Baby Cookie?
No.
Nope.
It's a character from Blame Society films, and it's like this baby doll with a
Cookie?
bandito mask. What?
Cookie.
Yeah, Baby Cookie.
So is it a baby cookie?
You know what? I'm failing to grasp the point here, so I'll just go on. And it's a character from the Chad Vader series, and she has a few spin-off videos. They're pretty fun. So if you want the link later, Tyler, I can send you one.
What about Zero Punctuation? Everyone has to know what that one is, right?
Of course.
Yeah?
Nope.
Lewis, please tell me you'll know what Zero Punctuation is.
I have no clue.
No, me
Am I-
neither.
Gaff's laughter.
Oh
Really?
my god.
It's so good.
YouTube is a big place, you know that?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can
YouTube
get
is
lost.
YouTube is kind of gigantic. It's hard
But the
to
cream
see
rises
a
to
lot
the
of
top.
stuff.
Yeah, well, that also happens with oil and water, but I'm not using that metaphor.
Does it go to the top, or does it just kind of swirl around into this really kind of weird-looking color? I don't bake much,
Yeah,
but in my experience,
like-
it just swirls.
Well, that also happens a lot with oil. Like, makes this weird rainbow on the floor.
Well, I was talking about cooking oil, not car oil.
Well, I mean car oil, not the cooking oil. Why are we talking about this again? How did we get here?
Wait, again, we've had a discussion about oil before.
Yeah,
That's a good
I don't
point.
remember that one.
Well,
I know.
probably
I
wasn't
bet I
with
know
you
when it
guys.
was. When y'all misunderstood my paper or plastic and brought it into like an ecological debate over which one was better. You
that
probably
more like a
brought oil into
philosophical.
that.
When I heard you guys on the podcast you bring up that question and you started like going into this big like debate about it, I was like, oh, you guys are so dumb.
What is life? What is paper? What is plastic?
What if paper is the plastic?
What if the plastic is actually
Growing trees.
oil? And so we've been talking about plastic. Well, plastic is kind of. Anyway, you guys got the point. You know what I meant.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Distracted Cast. Today we have people who don't know what they're talking about.
Isn't that us all the time?
Hey,
More so than usual.
fucking got us.
Jesus.
This is why we need a video cast, so you could see the face palm that I just had. Like, if I was wearing sunglasses or something, they would have snapped. It was a full-on should have had a V8 slap.
The face palms and the awkward stares around the room when we don't really have anything to talk about.
And when we get awkward silences, we will just be looking at each other or looking at the floor.
Are we looking at each other? Because all I see is your name on the TeamSpeak thing.
No, I mean with the video cast, you know.
I thought
Awkward
somewhere right
silence,
now.
and we're just facing each other or facing the floor. And then someone would say penis.
Yeah, I'm afraid of what they might actually do on a video cast.
Cheeky.
They might do more than just say it.
Speaking of
They
which,
might actually penis, right?
Right? It'd probably be Gaff do it first, too. That's the scary part.
instead of saying they would, never mind. God. Speaking of which, Tyler, are we going to have a video cast soon? You know, if
No.
oh no,
Skip.
I mean because
that would require a lot of extra setup, plus the whole like video editing along with the audio, and that would be a lot of extra work.
yeah, I thought so, but that's because Chris, Vicky, and Danielle met up this weekend. Yeah, this weekend, and you know, just thought about it.
Yeah. I told them to go mess with a bunch of Amish people because they're in Pennsylvania. I don't know if they ever took me up on that offer, though.
Why?
They're Amish. What are they going to do? It's like just like technology and kind of rub it in
Well,
their
I mean,
face.
apparently they have a mafia. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, I don't care about the one on TLC. If you've ever watched Banshee, I wouldn't mess with those Amish people. But Amish Mafia on TLC, yeah, fuck them.
By the way, what is TLC? Like triple latecomers?
It used to
Well,
be the
yes.
Learning Channel, and I've heard it
Not
called
anymore.
the Tender Loving Care.
Tender loving care, yeah.
Now it's like the Loser Channel.
Wow, so many puns.
It's just like tons of really
Honey Boo Boo.
terrible
That's all
reality
we
Oh
shows.
my god.
Pretty much.
Freaking Honey Boo Boo, scratch and sniff, get out of here stuff.
Oh wow. Why? I mean,
Car
I-
initials.
I don't think they show Honey Boo Boo stuff here, but you know, I know
And you are a
the
better
whole,
people for
That's
it.
good to hear.
Yeah, I know the whole business through the internet though, but man, how do you guys stand these kind of reality shows?
That was the best thing about last week's podcast was like the similar videos on the side of YouTube. It was like Molly Cyrus twerking, Honey Boo Boo, a Battlefield 4 promo, and something else that was just off the walls batshit.
Because you know we enjoy watching Honey Boo Boo, then we play some games, and then we just twerk everywhere. Like we go to the market twerking, then we shop twerking.
You just wrote half a song right there.
Yeah, really.
At the
All
market
we need is a
twerking.
chorus now.
A chorus. Like at the beginning of You Can't Always Get What You Want, but singing about twerking, that would be great.
Tyler, we might need a solo. So you're the more experienced guitar player. I mean, I could do it, but it wouldn't be the huge big deal. But then again, we could just lick a sledgehammer.
Oh god.
Wait, we are not going to talk about her. She should not. Anyway, the person who shouldn't be named again.
Is she
because
fucking
it would be.
Voldemort? I know she shaved part of her head, but she's not that bad.
Yeah, let's use Voldemort because it would be like the 5th podcast we get into this. It's so traumatic that we're still talking about it.
I'll be honest, I don't have a problem with the haircut. It's just kind of funny that it's like, oh, here's Hannah Montana, the cute innocent girl, and now she's sucking the chrome off of a sledgehammer.
I heard she drinks unicorn blood.
She's living in some guy's head who covers it with with a hat. Uh,
What? Hats? Did I miss something?
yeah, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Oh, there you go.
He's on the back of that one guy's head, and he puts a towel over it.
Yeah, what's
Now
that professor's name again?
Professor, he died in the first movie and no one cares.
Professor Quirrell, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah,
cool.
Squirrel. And speaking of bad haircuts, there is this barber shop here in my city, and they have challenges. That's like the first person who comes here and requests this stupid haircut, and it's usually like a famous person's haircut, is gonna get it for free, and it's like a barber shop with a bar and stuff. So it gets a free haircut and some extra things. But man, I don't think it's worth the
Mr.
risk.
T, that would be the haircut to end all haircuts.
Well, yeah, but the Mr. T is actually kind of, I could live with that.
Really?
But no, it's because I think this week it's gonna be the same haircut as a football player here uses. You guys might know him, called Neymar, and there are some people who just kiss this guy's ass a lot. I don't see why. I mean, it's nothing special, but he has a very shitty haircut.
I'm not gonna lie, you paused for a second when you said at footballs, and I was imagining that they were gonna like stencil into your hair the pattern of a soccer ball.
No, it's because I was like, should I say soccer or football? Then, fuck it, football. And Tyler, would you like the link for that too?
To the difference between soccer and football? That's like an age-old debate. A can of worms
the
that
soccer
shall not
player.
open.
The term soccer actually comes from England. Just, so you guys know, if you didn't.
Oh.
Really?
Well, there we go. That
Ooh,
makes it
plot
easy.
twist.
That's soccer. We play football.
And since Tyler's not speaking, we could just bash this now.
Best watch out or Nick will come after your ass, though.
Yeah, good point.
I don't know what Tyler's on about down at the bottoms. All I know is he put from association, and then I think he went to like association to like put some emphasis on the ass.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
I'll try to like simplify it, but a lot of people from England have like put kind of like ER at the end of words, just sort of like slang, I guess. So they took the SOC from association, and soccer. There you go. That's where it comes from.
Huh. The more you know.
Knowing is half the battle. Yeah, Joe.
What would be the other half?
The other half is probably fighting the battle. Killing your enemies. Ripping out their intestines and strangling them to death.
Wow. Okay.
Battering.
Maybe I shouldn't have asked.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't have. Do you know what, Jason, do you and Lewis know what G.I. Joe is? Like, do y'all have those?
Yeah. It's the army dude guy, and then fights what you call it, Cobra.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have those here for a while now. I think during the same time you guys had that in the USA, it was here, but it's been a long time, and I wasn't born back then.
G.I. Jose. Tyler,
No,
that's racist.
Wow, that's racist. Wow, Tyler. But that's okay. I don't care.
Oh yeah, sure, it was on Family Guy.
Yeah, I know.
Everything's been on Family Guy.
I thought you guys
They
have
broke a lot
gotten
of
the
things.
reference.
There's
That's
so many
why.
episodes of Family Guy now. I can't remember them all. Come on.
Yeah, I know, but I
just
don't watch
remember
Family Guy.
Season 1 and 2.
I don't watch Family Guy regularly, but I got the reference.
Is Family Guy still good? Like, are they still making episodes that are enjoyable to watch?
I don't know. It's been a long time since I last watched it.
I don't really follow along with it. If it's on TV, I watch it. It's pretty much it.
Because I know it comes on Fox, but it comes on at like some weird hour on Sundays. And I never feel like watching Fox on those days. So then I'll go like, oh, hey, it's TBS or Cartoon Network, and they just play the same 7 episodes. That was my rant on Cartoon Network.
Oh, by the way, The Annoying Orange is finally on Brazilian Cartoon Network, but I didn't watch it yet. And man, I'm not sure if I want to listen to the voices they are going to use, because I know it's not gonna be like the original, and that's really frustrating.
Dubbed movies are the best. I would especially love to see something that I didn't like in the first place, but dubbed over with funny voices. Tyler says German South Park is hilarious. I absolutely believe that. Cartman probably does sound just like Hitler in German.
Yeah.
That's when I watched Drive Angry. I watched that one yesterday. That is one of the most Nick Cage movies I've ever seen. But it was on the Sci-Fi Channel. So every gonna get you motherfucker shit-eating goddamn sumbitch that they were saying during the movie was turned into all sorts of really just polite things. Like, they changed things in ways you wouldn't be able to imagine.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that happens a lot here, but like insanely a lot. For example, if someone says, I'm not sure if I can use some words here, but let's just go with son of a bitch. If someone in the movie says, "Oh, you son of a bitch," they usually use an expression here that roughly translated would be, "Oh, you son of a mother."
That's great.
Because that's how they use it. For son of a bitch, they use son of a mother. And, well, even, okay, I'll say it. Sorry, guys. Motherfucker, they use this one, or they just call son of a bitch. It's like there are levels. And don't even get me started on the movie titles, because they change that a lot too.
Are there
I've
any
seen
good
that.
ones? What is a good changed movie title?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one. Hold on, I'll get back to you later.
It's like King Kong is just giant monkey. That'd be great.
Yeah, this one they kept original, but man, I'm trying to think of something. There are many, like tons of them, but I can't recall a good one. Or a bad one for that matter.
We'll accept anything that's just so bad it's good.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Hold on. I mean, you guys can just keep talking, you know.
No, we're actually going to sit here, and Tyler's not going to edit out any of the silence to make this as awkward on you as it possibly can be. We're just going to wait.
Okay.
Lewis, red team or blue team?
If I had to choose, like, from the characters of Red vs. Blue, I couldn't, because I like them all too much.
Blue team has
And
always been deadlier.
thanks.
I would go on blue team.
But I remember one. For example, Die Hard, they translated for Tough to Kill.
That actually sounds pretty cool, kind of.
Tough to kill.
I mean, that's the rough translation. But then again, I don't think we have an expression for Die Hard here. That's pretty much like the same thing.
So what were the like the sequels to Die Hard where they tried to do like play on words and stuff? Where it's like tough to kill instead of Die Harder, or
Slightly
like
tougher to kill.
No, I think they just went with numbers. Like Die Hard 1, 2, 3, there was 4.0, and the new one that's like Die Hard and something something.
Tyler has informed us, and I don't know what this movie is, but it's called Being John Malkovich. In
this one
Japan, is put as The Whole of Malkovich. That's pretty great.
Are you sure it's not the Rule 34 version?
Free Willy is a very powerful whale runs to heaven.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's amazing.
Oh, man, there are some titles on this link that sound kind of dirty.
We'll have to put the whole link up there. Speaking of things lost in just like cultural diffusion and absolute weirdness and the kind of things that just make you drop your jaw as you utter to yourself phrases of what the fuck. I put something in Skype the other day that I found. It is a Korean chicken fried commercial that stars RoboCop.
Huh.
What?
Did you not see that?
No?
No.
Yeah. And he speaks sort of English, but he's got like a really deep voice. And at one point, he picks up their fridge and he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna eat now," and that's all. That's it. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's
Does it say,
great.
"Luke, I'm your father"?
No, it's
I mean,
RoboCop,
no,
not Darth
I'm your
Vader.
father because... Well, I know, but it speaks English and has a deep voice. Why not?
Like if it was RoboCop gonna sell chicken, it would have been like baked or fried. You're coming with me instead of, dead or alive. No, it's RoboCop.
Oh, just another classic example of movie names. Home Alone is roughly translated as "They Forgot Me."
Oh.
That one's true though. That one's
Forever
probably
Alone.
Well, I know, but it has nothing to do with the original title.
I love They Forgot Me and then Macaulay Culkin's face on the cover.
It'd be funnier if they actually did like a Forever Alone type face on him up for the cover instead. That'd be great.
Too bad we didn't have that meme back then.
That's the magic of the internet. We have that meme now. You could go make that today, and it
Yeah,
would be
except
linkable
that
by the
I
time this goes
suck
up.
at Photoshop.
Paint, dude.
Or
Microsoft Paint
Paint.
is where it's at.
I just googled it really quick to see if it existed, and yeah, it's great.
That's hilarious. I actually want to see if they are going to mess up the Star Wars movies titles, because so far it's been okay, like The Phantom Menace remains kind of like the same, and Revenge of the Sith, Attack of the Clones. So it's all good, but who knows what the future holds for us. I don't even know if Disney's gonna do a good job. They
I
better,
bet
though.
they will. If you think about it, Disney's not just like cartoons and straight to DVD videos. They've got like the Avengers, and they've done a pretty damn good job with that.
But I did see a GIF that they somehow introduced R2-D2 and C-3PO in one of their sitcoms, if they can be called that. And man, if that's true, then that's just sad. Like they
Sitcoms.
made, yeah, whatever. They made 3PO use slangs, like talking a little gangsta.
That could be the greatest thing ever. He's trained in so many different languages and dialects. Ghetto has to be one of them. Just imagine Jabba the Hutt, but as like Biggie Smalls. That'd be great.
God.
Ho, 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 ho. Yo, Holmes, the fuck you laughing at me? I'll bust a cap into your ass, bitch. That's as gangsta as I get.
We know you for your impressions. And you did a pretty good Chewbacca the other day.
Oh, God.
We're hoping for Yoda.
Do it.
Is it gonna be like every podcast I'm in, I need to make an impression?
Yes.
Wow, that's kind of an expensive ticket. Like this idea, do not?
Oh.
That is really
Yeah,
good.
not bad.
Thank you. Would you like to see some
He doesn't
tricks?
speak in sentences, though. That'd be like tricks would you like to see.
Shut the fuck up, would you kindly? And there we go, the Yoda impression. That's one of my most decent ones.
A Yoda impression with a little bit of would you kindly in there. He couldn't have been Andrew Ryan. It wouldn't have worked. Kindly would you? And he just like keeps doing whatever the fuck he wanted to. Spoiler alert for a really old game. Pay attention whenever he says would you kindly.
Oh man, that's such a good game though.
Man, shout out to Bioshock. All of them.
Are you guys excited for the new DLC coming out soonish?
I'll only be able to watch the cutscenes. My brother had the game, and I beat it, and I got like all the achievements but 3 or 4. And he's like, "I'm gonna sell it now because there's no DLC." I was like, "It's been out 2 weeks."
Oh.
Well, considering I don't have Xbox Live and I don't usually spend money with DLC stuff, probably not. But I'm going to look for the walkthroughs and gameplays and stuff. So it will be. I mean, I'll know the story. I won't know the gameplay though. But yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, it seems pretty nice. And man, Booker is about to make a huge mistake if he follows the same behavior as in the trailer.
Does he date his daughter or what? I didn't see it.
Spoiler alert. But no, he just goes like, "Sup, babe? Wanna see my fire?" Wink, wink. Because, he lights up a cigarette for someone. Not gonna say who, but you
If it's in
probably
the
watched
trailer,
it
you can
already.
say it without being a spoiler.
Well, yeah, he lit up a cigarette for Elizabeth.
And they're in Rapture, or some identical underwater city.
In water.
I'm so excited to go back to Rapture. Rapture is so awesome.
Well, Rapture has this. It's like a charming city, even though it's all messed up. But I really liked Colombia. I mean, except for the whole problems they have with being a bunch of jerks. But the architecture and landscape stuff, or skyscape, whatever. I found that really cool.
Really afraid to go to Brazil now because Rapture is really charming. Like, I'm imagining the splicers being charming and wondering what kind of hell is going on down there right now.
I mean, it's this. It seems like it was a charming place before everything went to hell, and now it has. I don't know how to describe, but it
Are we
seems
talking
like
about Brazil or Rapture?
I'm talking about Brazil. Shit, Rapture. Freudian slip. But I'm talking about Rapture. Why would you think that I was talking about Brazil and saying that we have splicers here?
You're like, Rapture's so charming, and all I'm thinking about is the weird enemies and all the stuff that tries to kill you. And it's like, if that's charming, I'd hate to see where you live.
Nah, it's not that bad. We don't have big daddies roaming around and stuff. Speaking of which, do you guys think that it's gonna be like after everything? Shit, I'm forgetting the words. Everything went bad on Rapture because I didn't follow so closely. I just watched the trailer.
Oh, you mean like Booker DeWitt brought the pain to Colombia, so now he's like gonna be the guy that screws up Rapture too? Is that what you mean?
I don't think he's gonna screw it
kinda.
up. I believe because it's a 2-part DLC, so I believe the first part is supposed to take place before everything went to shit, and I think the second part where he plays Elizabeth is like just after. But I don't take my word on that. That's just what I think.
Find out that Booker is actually Atlas. That'll be the thing.
That would be
no.
nuts.
But hold on, they show who Atlas is in the first one, don't they?
Isn't
he Fontaine?
Yeah, spoilers, you son of a bitch. But no, they show
come on,
him
it's
at the very
very
end. But they don't say, where he grew up or where he lived or whether or not he had a nice childhood.
My bet is that if, they mess with a kind of thing that in different realities you can have different genders and stuff, I don't know. Maybe Fink is Fontaine and Comstock is Ryan, that kind of stuff. And Elizabeth or Booker could be Jack.
It'd be interesting.
I just love there was that line near the end of Infinite, where there's always a man, there's always a city, something along that lines.
Yeah.
Me and Colton take that and we'll apply that to like every game we can. It's like the end of Mass Effect 3. There's always a man, there's always a city. And he's like walking around the Citadel. It's like, yes.
Man, that part, the ending was beautiful. I love that game so much.
Yeah, just the whole Infinite thing, it opens up so many possibilities of more games they can make.
I wonder, I'm trying to think, Because they released a season pass, so there's got to be at least 2 or 3 DLCs. That seems reasonable, right?
Yeah. I mean, I got the season pass with the game as soon as I got it, because the game itself was incredible, so I mean, come on, you have to.
Because I know they said there's going to be the one that's not really any story, and it's just like the battle arena. And
Yeah.
you've got
I
the
think
one we
they
just talked
released
about.
it already,
Yeah,
didn't they?
the arena one came out like a few months ago. I mean, it's fun, but I mean, you don't play Bioshock games for like the shooting. You play it for the epic story and the environments.
Well, I did like the combat system. That's what I'm getting at, because I like Bioshock Infinite so much, because it had one of the best stories in the series, and the combat system was pretty good. At the beginning, I was like, I need to find stuff to reload the swords. I cannot carry anything like we could carry the Eve injections on the first two. But I got used to it. To be honest, I think it might even be better. Because, you don't need to keep
I don't know.
popping those every
Yeah.
time.
It's
I mean,
hard
just-
to beat the first one.
Just like purely gameplay wise, there are some things I like about Infinite better and some things I don't. Like, for example, in Bioshock 1 and 2, I liked that you picked up like specific weapons and you could upgrade them throughout the game. That was one thing I really liked. But in Infinite, it's just, hey, there's a weapon, pick it up, use it for a little while, pick up another one.
Yeah, one thing that Infinite did, and I kind of have a problem with that in a few games, but I got used to it, so whatever. But you cannot carry all of the weapons, and I like carrying
too.
all of the weapons on games. And games like Halo and Infinite and I don't know, those Battlefield games, whatever, you can only carry 2 weapons at a time, at least most of them. So it really is a bit annoying. Like, well, I want to use the shotgun, but also the machine guns and the pistols and stuff. But you gotta find them to use
It just depends on the game. Because I play a lot of Halo and Battlefield, and I imagine if you could carry around that many weapons, it would change the pacing of multiplayer, like, to where it would be ridiculous. Like Duke Nukem 64, all the love out of that game, because you could have, like, 15 guns. But I don't think it would work for a lot of the multiplayer shooters anyway.
Yeah, multiplayer games need like a sense of balance in them, so limiting players to only 2 weapons at a time, it helps with that a lot.
Man, I remember playing some Duke Nukem on the N64. I didn't have one, but my neighbor had, and I'd play that every once in a while. Speaking of which, do you guys mind if I jump to questions? Because there is one that reminds me of a story with gaming with friends, and we could just go to the questions now. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, go for it.
This question is by our dear Jazz, Kitsuun, and it's, what's the best prank you've ever pulled on somebody? So, I got a story about that. There was this one time when my cousin bought X-Men Legends 2, I guess, and I went to his house to play it. And so we started playing like 8 a.m. all the way until, I don't know, 3 a.m. of the other day, only taking bathroom and eating breaks. And we just stopped because it was 3 a.m. and we heard a noise coming from his parents' room. And it was his mom walking out of the room. And she seemed pretty mad because we made it a little noise. And she went to check what it was, and then she saw the TV was on. And so our beds were there where we were playing. And then my cousin was like, "Oh shit, my mom's coming. Can you help me, turning things off and closing it all?" And I was like, "No, fuck you." And then I just turned around and pretended I was asleep. And then when my aunt arrived, she was like, "What the hell are you doing? Your cousin's trying to sleep and you're making noises and playing video games all the way until now? Aren't you ashamed?" And so he got like the biggest, I mean, it's not really an argument, but and so she walked out he just turned to me and said, "You son of a bitch." And well, that's kind of a prank, you know. I didn't really plan ahead, but I like to take that as one of my best pranks.
All right, Gaff, you've been entirely too quiet this podcast. We might have to edit you in as like the special guest for questions. What is your prank?
God, I'm sitting here trying to think, but all of the ones I've tried to do have ended in failure. It just didn't work out.
Like, did they catch you, or did it just not work the way you wanted? Give us
Did you
a
have to
background.
respawn a lot?
It was either someone thought ahead of me and knew what I was up to, or I just didn't think ahead. And so I was kind of left sitting there like, where did this go wrong? I don't understand. How did I fuck this up? I need to think more.
Well, Jason, what do you got?
I'm not really a prankster kind of person. I really can't think of anything.
See, that's my problem.
I
With
should
anything
read.
else, I'd be like, you boring people. How dare you not have stories? I don't have any.
Me neither.
Wow, you guys suck.
Next
Says
question.
the dude.
Sorry,
Says
Lewis,
the
we're
dude who
just not a
set up
bunch
his
of
cousin
dicks.
in
Yeah.
trouble. That's okay. So the next question is by touchmynubbin, and he asks, which fictional universe, books, movies, video games, etc., would you like to live in, and which character or characters would you want to meet the most?
God, that's hard.
There's so many, I can't choose just
I
one.
know.
Well, can I answer it and you guys go ahead thinking?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, sure.
All right. From the top of my head, since we're talking about Bioshock, so maybe Infinite, but then again, there's the whole thing that people in Colombia are jerks. So probably I would like to meet Booker and Elizabeth. Or, and because Bioshock Infinite is my second place, the first place would be definitely Star Wars. I mean, just there's no other option. Well, there are options, but it's the obvious choice for me because
There is one other option. And as much
It's
as
awesome.
Vader is my homeboy, like growing up, childhood hero, wore a lot of black, tall, killed people. Mass Effect.
Well,
I was just thinking that. I mean, just imagine how awesome it would be to live in the Mass Effect universe, living on the Normandy, being on, Team Shepard. Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, I
Being
think about
They
bros
don't
all
with
have
Garrus in
lightsabers.
person. Oh, yeah.
the cultures, the places, the people, the stuff to see, and they're probably the closest to immortality through technology. So it's got all the
Yeah.
perks you need.
Man, Garrus is my bro. If I could be his bro in person, oh, man. It'd be perfect.
And so you guys would like to meet Shepard, I assume?
Maybe if
course.
it's FemShep.
Yeah, well,
That
Yeah.
would be
You
interesting.
cheeky little bastard. I mean, in my case, it will have to be Yoda or R2D2. Because
I
they're
hope you're
both
not
awesome.
trying to. I hope you're not saying that for the same reason I was thinking FemShep. That would make things a little bit more awkward.
No.
Because I say that jokingly, because Tally's where it's at, of course.
What about you, Gaff?
Hmm.
Tick tock, tick tock.
She'd like to
Peer
be from a
pressure.
fictional universe where she was talking on the podcast today.
Hey,
Well-
in other realities, she might be
For
the
a good
most
segment
talkative.
of it, I had never played those games before, so I was kind of like at a loss for words. Some slack.
Okay, we'll cut you some slack. You should have just been bullshitting. Like,
Yeah, I
saying
probably
random
should've.
things to see if anybody actually caught on.
Well, there are times when I do that, and I'm just like, oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I remember that. But then I'm afraid someone asked me, what's your favorite thing? And I'm just like, what the person before me said. I don't know.
Well, that's when the
Just-
Night Lord came down and defeated the dragon. It's an obvious answer.
Just
Everyone's
keep
favorite
making
part of
shit up
Bioshock.
as you go. That's the rule. And if you say, "Oh, I like the dragons in Mass Effect,"
That one game.
and people,
Dynasty Warriors.
God, I said that answer last time. I said that's my answer for everything.
That's alright. My answer for everything is Star Wars, pretty much.
Which universe had the best food? Dynasty Warriors.
I think it would also be really awesome to live in like the Assassin's Creed universe. I mean, being part of the Brotherhood, real hidden blades. Oh man, oh man.
Well, that is if you are one of the people involved in the whole battle, because you could be just the manipulated normal guy.
No.
That would suck.
If I was gonna be in the universe, I would be part of the Brotherhood.
Yeah, you've got to be able to write yourself into the story. You don't want to be like, I don't want to be Kyle, the fruit vendor.
Yeah, just kind of like you're not some generic civilian. You have to be like a prominent person there. Otherwise, it's just not as worth. It's not worth it.
Yes, Tyler wants to be Steve, that guy that crossed the road. The janitor on floor B, deck 9 at the Death Star. That guy had a really good joke.
Background character 74.
Just that's good. We don't even have a name for him. He's just Black Shadow number 42.
That one dude who wasn't supposed to be on the footage, but his hand was in the way, so.
The guy holding the boom, he's like his hand makes it in part of the film. You're the fourth wall breaker.
So, Gaff, Dynasty Warriors. Then.
Oh my god. Yeah, that one.
Dynasty Warriors for everything. That's always Gaff's answer.
She could have been
Shout
a
out
cheerleader
to-
for the New York Giants. That could have been her thing. She was watching a little bit of football before we showed up.
So, different universe, Gaff, where you are a cheerleader. All right.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I'm waving my hand right now. Next question. Next fucking question.
All right then. Next question.
Jesus.
What's the weirdest video you have watched on YouTube?
Oh god.
I bet it was this one for half the people listening, but right about now they're like, this video counts. It might not need to be in a picture, but this counts.
That podcast. For me, I think it's called Cows.
I was
I don't know if you guys
just
watched
going
that.
to say that.
It had to be animals coming from you. What's the weirdest thing you've seen? It was an animal video.
I'm starting to become the Latecomers Ryan, right?
And now, reporting in our local bestiality specialist, Lewis.
Well, not exactly. I don't know what video is that,
don't hug
Tyler.
me. I'm
Oh,
scared.
don't hug
That
me, I'm
is
scared.
so-
Is a great.
It's funny though.
Green is not a creative color. I think the worst one that I've seen, I guess it's more, are we looking for disgusting or weird? Clarify before I answer.
Well, what is your definition of weird?
Well, the most disgusting one I've ever seen was, what are those things? It's not a zit, it's not a boil. It's like a very deep in your body kind of pustule thingy. And it was
What?
an at-home makeshift surgery kind of thing they did. And they
Oh,
took a steak knife across his back, kind of slid above it, and then pushed pressure around it. And the biggest rocky, like a rock in the middle, just ooze around it, zit-looking thing came out.
Oh,
It
that's
was
gross.
fucked. It was pretty nasty.
Well, there goes my appetite.
Saw a similar thing with a horse. That one was pretty fucked up too.
Well, now, who's been watching animal videos?
To be fair, that one was on an episode of Tosh.0. So, they found that one for me. And it was no less disgusting.
I don't know what show is that.
It's like a web soup kind of thing.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell.
It's YouTube for people that don't have internet. They just put it on TV.
Oh, I know, yeah, but we have different names for those.
Probably because Tosh doesn't speak Spanish, Portuguese, whatever. Brazilian.
Yeah, it's it's Portuguese.
When all else fails, the name of the country, that works.
Yeah. I can't remember who said that. I'm really torn between saying it was The Simpsons or Jeff from Achievement Hunter, who once asked what was the currency on Brazil. I think it was Jeff because they were making guides for Max Payne, and he asked like, what was the currency here? And someone answered Brasilios. Serial name.
Oh, that's great.
Man, it would be good if the name was that. I mean, I'd support it. But it's not Brasilios. So, one more question. I'm trying to pick a very good one. I mean, not judging.
Then it's obviously going to be one of my questions.
No.
Oh.
This one is by ElectricDan, and he asks, what was the first game you ever played?
Jeez, I don't remember that. That was forever ago.
That was before, like, my brain turned on.
I have
Pretty much.
one of 4 games I know, because I got my Nintendo 64 when I was 6. And I know I had these 4 games at the same time, but which one I played first, I don't know. Mario Kart 64, Star Fox 64, Ocarina of Time, and Duke Nukem 64. I don't know which one I played first.
I think to answer that, I'll have to go with like my initiation on video games. But after I started playing that, I kept playing games because there were like a few things before, but was 5 minutes of gameplay, so I don't think it counts. That being said, I think it's Oddworld Apes Odyssey. I love those games. The Oddworld series.
I can't place what game I played first. I literally cannot remember that, but I'm sure it must have been a NES game of some sort.
Yeah, I think our first game console was the Super Nintendo, and God, we had like Mario Kart, Spider-Man game, a Batman game. Oh, we had the Lion King.
Oh, the game
The
was
Lion
great.
King.
But Gaff, are you sure it wasn't Dynasty Warriors on Super Nintendo?
Dynasty Warriors 1.
I'm gonna go with Lion King.
Okay. His
So,
cameo on
Between
Dynasty
all
Warriors.
of y'all and Tyler, y'all were all SNES people. I was the only one whose 64 was my baby. That's just sad.
Well, no.
I was on NES first.
I started on PC. Like my actual start on games.
Well, since we're on the subject, what is I'm sure you guys must have had this, like the couple of games that you played as a kid that were like the staple of your childhood. Like for me it was Super Smash Bros, Mario Kart 64, and GoldenEye. Those are like the 3 main games of my childhood. And I played those for years, and I'm still like a huge Super Smash Bros. Fan.
Everybody, you can't not love Super Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I think I played it like a few times, but I don't know. It was good. Not saying it wasn't, but my main childhood games were the Oddworld series, like Apes Odyssey and Apes Exodus. Those Spider-Man games that were on the PlayStation 1. Do you guys remember those?
Yeah, we had those.
Those were wonderful. What else? Tony Hawk?
I was never really a PlayStation kid. I grew up with Nintendo, and I'm still like a Nintendo kid at heart.
I used to be, and then the Wii happened, and all that was taken from me.
Nintendo used to be a good brand until the Wii Nation attacked.
It's like the Wii was the dickhead emperor and gladiator. It's like it killed my family, and I'm a slave. Just things went to shit for me with Nintendo after the Wii.
And then you went to GameStop and destroyed every single Nintendo Wii they had.
It's like right now the
then
Xbox is me going on like, "Are you not entertained?" That is the Xbox.
I still always have to keep up with Nintendo consoles though, because I mean, I have to play the newest Zelda, I have to play the newest Metroid. I mean, those are 2 of my most favorite game series ever, and I love them. I have to.
Did anyone ever play Gex, Enter the Gecko, for PlayStation?
I know I played one of the Gex games for the Nintendo.
May have.
I don't think so.
I played that, Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, Crash.
Yeah, Crash
Yes.
Bandicoot. Spyro, loved the first Spyro game. And Donkey Kong Country series.
I think for the PlayStation 1, pretty much every single Crash Bandicoot game was amazing. Maybe Crash Bash wasn't that good, but the others were so good. I wish
Yeah.
Naughty Dog could buy it back again and, restore Crash to his former glory. Because let's be honest, Sierra messed it up.
Yeah,
Big
I
time.
agree.
They didn't mess it
Very
up as
bad.
bad as Duke Nukem Forever was messed up for me. That was my childhood game, was Duke Nukem 64. Hail to the
Yeah.
king, baby. But no, not anymore. Duke Nukem Forever. Gearbox fucked that
It
one
was
up.
it was
I
like
never.
those sad comebacks where those retired, I don't know, heroes or actors or whatever just think, oh, you know what, I can make a few extra bucks with this, and then it just
Duke
disappoints
Nukem was
everyone.
like Jean-Claude Van Damme. He was awesome then, and then if he tried to make a movie now, we'd all just laugh.
Yeah, I mean he's basically like an amalgamation of like the '80s action movies, and it doesn't hold up today.
Well, it could have. I strongly believe it could have.
I believe the
if it's
problem
not
was the
Borderlands,
gameplay.
Gearbox shouldn't be allowed to touch it. But they did the thing with Colonial Marines too. I blame them. It's not Duke's fault.
I think the problem was actually the gameplay because, story-wise, it's just a generic story for Duke Nukem, and it's alright. But yeah, the years of waiting, as Tyler just said on the chat, were an issue because it was like
Yeah,
15 years of waiting.
yeah, huge periods of waiting tends to like kind of kill games because you're waiting so long for this game and it keeps getting hyped up and it's like, oh my god, they're waiting so long to make this, it's going to be awesome, and then it turns out I mean,
A
like
huge
same thing
letdown.
happened with Diablo 3. I mean, 2 was a fantastic game. And
Yes.
there's, a nice big period between 2 and 3, and 3 came out, and it was an okay game, but it wasn't like groundbreaking as people thought it was going to be.
May God have mercy on Half-Life 3 then, because that's,
Wow.
talk about hype. That one's got some.
I mean, I've never played Half-Life 3, but I understand why
No
people
one
are
has.
all like, "Oh, Half-Life is awesome." And
Guys, guys,
sorry.
I don't mean to alarm you, but we're currently using TeamSpeak 3, Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Oh,
Oh,
shit, son. But yeah, I've never played Half-Life. But I mean, man, that game is super hyped.
Yes, Tyler has the best thing. If we accidentally announced Half-Life 3 right now, before anyone else, that is an official announcement. We beat IGN, The Escapist, we were first.
We
Well,
even beat RoosterTeeth.
I'm not sure if you guys saw this or not, but there's a new countdown thing on the Steam website, and
Was that for the...
it's not really revealed what it is, but from the sound of it, it looks like it's going to be the Steam box, which and I'm kind of wondering, kind of like the Rooster Teeth guy said a while back, that they released a Steam box with Half-Life 3, Portal 3, Team Fortress 3 on it. I mean,
Well,
and
that is a good
would
commercial
sell.
tactic.
Everyone would buy that.
I probably wouldn't buy that. I
That
never
would
got the
bitch slap
Xbox.
Xbox One and PS4.
Yes, Tyler. He's like, those 3 games built in, nothing else. And it could never play
Well-
anything else. It's only those 3 games, but you get mods. So live forever.
Well, I mean, everyone would still buy that if that was true, but yeah, I mean, if they had those 3 built in and then just kind of had regular Steam functionality where you just buy and download other stuff too, I mean, that'd be great.
I know they are going to announce something, and it seems like it's something with a 3 in the end. So I don't know if it's and I've seen people going like, oh, it could be Half-Life or Portal or another game that they stopped at number 2. So we shall see about that. Well then, I think we could wrap it up, right? Oh yes, Tyler, it's Left 4 Dead 3. No, seriously. They were like, oh, it's either Left 4 Dead or Portal or Half-Life.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are going gangsta. Like, Tyler typed L3FT for D3AD. It's like a license plate.
Yes.
That
I'll
would
have
be
to remember
a
that
license plate.
if I ever wanted to make a custom license plate, I'll have to remember that.
Left 4 Dead.
So, I think we have a decent amount of time and entertainment. You know, we cannot take clothes off or talk about other stuff. So let's go with the hashtag. And I think it would be very suiting if the hashtag would be
Half-Life 3 confirmed. Hashtag Half-Life 3 confirmed.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was
That's
thinking about
awesome.
something involving us predicting it.
Let's have 2 hashtags, one of them being Half-Life 3 confirmed, and the other one being Brazilios.
Yes.
Wait, do we want the second one to
Alright.
be Brazilios or fucking got me?
You know what? Let's make it 3 hashtags. You heard it here, people.
Oh,
So,
there we go.
first hashtag.
3.
Oh my god.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Hashtag Half-Life 3 confirmed. Hashtag Brazilios. And what was the other one? You
Hashtag
suggested,
fucking
Kyle?
got me.
Oh yeah, hashtag fucking got me, all in caps. Alright, so
Oh, one
you guys
quick
enjoyed
plug.
this?
Single
Okay.
quick plug.
Yes.
Xbox One is out 2 months from Sunday of this week.
Ooh.
So, yeah. I know everybody's thinking, there's some games I want achievements. We need to go to the Achievement Hunter website. In the Latecomers forums, there will be a page where I am helping kind of roundabout gather some people up. The if you need help with that game thread sort of died off. We're making a new thing to help people get achievements because I know I need some, and that's really the only reason why. So that plug
And
aside,
this-
now we're ready to wrap.
And this public service announcement is brought to you by Kyle, aka Sick Demon,
How can you go wrong
The-
trusting a name like
the
Sick Demon?
other animal enthusiast.
Dude, Cheetar is pretty hot. I wouldn't say I'm an animal enthusiast.
Alright then, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you for listening, and check back on the following weeks for more. And check back our past stuff if you haven't already. See ya.
Hashtag Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Bye.
Bye. What's that?
And we somehow managed to talk long enough without Jason talking about Comic-Con or Gaff talking about Alaska.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
true.
yeah,
we didn't even
true.
go over that.
Well, Tyler, just, put this in. So, Jason, Comic-Con, right?
How about Alaska, Gaff?
Oh, there was moose. There was no snow, and there was
No snow?
alcohol.
Are you sure you went to Alaska?
There was alcohol. Admittedly,
There was
every other
alcohol.
answer is going to be skewed after that.
Exactly.